Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, a lot of people are putting out some questions on, well, as this goes on longer and longer and longer, can the cruise lines survive? Well, first of all, let's talk about how much progress has been made in the cruise ship industry for restarting. We have had basically none. There's been no progress, right? We have like 2 ships currently sailing, a couple smaller ships sailing in the Canary Islands, and that's basically it right now. There's a lot of hope that more ships are starting in March in Europe, and then again more in May. And April and May, and hopefully people are hoping we're going to start here in the United States, although we're still waiting for more information from the CDC to be able to do that. And Royal Caribbean just had their 2020 results, how much money they made last year. Now keep in mind, Disney World in the last quarter managed to show a profit. Disneyland's been closed for a year. Disney Plus is still losing money. Their movies haven't been able to play in theaters. Most of their theme parks have been shut down at various times around the world. A lot of their hotels in Walt Disney World are still closed to this day, even though the parks are open at minimum capacity. All these things, and they still manage to show a profit in 2020, last quarter. Now, a lot of people have been questioning that lately, and there's some things saying that the books were skewered, but either way, even if they broke even, that's pretty darn good, right? At least they've been able to do some business and allowed to try and keep their business going without just draining money. The cruise lines, however, are completely the opposite. They have been outlawed, basically, and told they cannot operate their businesses. In fact, they've been given legislation on what they have to do out at sea. Not even in the country kind of thing. They have to have all these things in place. Otherwise, they can't even come in for fuel and food. So it's the only business I know that's been regulated, even though they're not in operation. It just kind of blows your mind. But Royal Caribbean just had their 2020 financial results come out, and they lost $5.8 billion. That's a heck of a lot of money. $5.8 billion in a year. Also, they say right now on their current situation, with if everything remains exactly the same it is right now, they are draining between $250 to $290 million a month. I don't know how long companies can go losing close to $300 million a month. Month after month after month after month. It's been a year now, 12 full months since the cruise lines were allowed to operate. And so they've been doing nothing but trying to do the rules that they're told they're to do. They're trying to do all these different things that they're told to do. And they're still waiting for permission to start sailing, even limited sailings, even 2 or 3 day sailings, even sailings to nowhere. Meanwhile, we have fans in the stands at the Super Bowl. We have concerts starting up again. We're allowed to open up a lot of businesses in restaurant dining. All the things that they say can't be done on cruise ships, we're doing now across North America. And so it just seems to, okay, when is this going to happen? Now, is Royal Caribbean going to go under? No, they've raised more capital, and Carnival Cruise Line just raised another $1 billion in capital. In fact, in the last 6 weeks, cruise line stocks have all gone up roughly 50%. So the industry is investing in the cruise lines, thinking that they're closer and closer and closer to restarting. And they are willing to invest their money in the cruising industry because they know it will come back at one point and it will make money. And the good signs in the United States are great. The United States is almost at 20 people per 100 being vaccinated. That's a great job. You guys are almost at 2 million people getting vaccinated a day. And your numbers for the virus are dropping exponentially. I wish we could say that here in Canada. Our current number is still under 4 per 100 people. And they're celebrating that this week in Canada, we're getting around 640,000 doses of the vaccines in. And we're celebrating it as it's a record amount we've ever gotten. Meanwhile, yesterday, the United States vaccinated 1.7 million people in one day. And we're celebrating just getting it into the country of 640,000 doses in Canada. And that's not in people's arms. That's just getting it into the country. So yeah, we wish that we were on your level right now. We're way, way behind. But that's a good sign because the majority of cruising is done in the United States. Miami is the #1 cruise port in the world. Cruise lines are raising money. Cruise lines are selling more stock because it's higher now and they can get better dollar value for it. And so they are not going anywhere. They will be around as long as this goes on, and they'll survive in one manner or another. If they end up having to sell some more ships, they will. They'll just be a smaller cruise company. But that won't by any means mean they're going to go down to 1 or 2 ships. They're still going to have 20 and 30 ships in their fleets. So are cruise lines disappearing? No. But a message out there to the government officials everywhere: if you do not want a total collapse of your tourism industry, you have to start paying attention to it in small incremental ways, right? Allowing local travel in one way or another, incentivizing staycations in your own states, celebrating those kind of things. Do something, because if you don't, some of these things might not have the financial backing that the cruise industry can muster. They have equity in billion-dollar cruise ships, where a lot of places don't. So are they going anywhere? No. Is there any sign that the cruise lines are starting? Well, there's hopeful signs. But where the most hope comes from is from the government and the CDC, and we still are waiting on any kind of sign from them. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.